out near the stables. Juliet and her father, the rooster, the two in the middle, really, were chilling on the roof because, well, that's where they chill, along with the who is Moo Cow. Oh,
Tybalt the asshole.
Tybalt the asshole, as we like to call him, was also chilling on the rooftop with his scary red eyes, just watching everybody. Yeah. Then Mercutio, the brown dog, and Romeo, the chunky pig, were just chilling in the grass, all, you know, chatty and shit.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's what farm animals do.
It is. They were chatting it up, and they were like, what should we do tonight? And the priest guy,
He's talking to himself in different languages.
basically he's speaking in tongues, and he's all like, just hanging around, all convulsing. The barn moving with him, the stables a-shaking. But besides the priest, we're back to them, all like, yeah, he kept convulsing a little bit. The Mr. Romeo Pig and Mercutio Fuzzy Dog, brown bitch, were all chilling, and they were like, what are we gonna do tonight? And, so Romeo's all, what are we gonna do tonight?
Mercutio's all like, hey, let's go to that big masquerade whatever ball thing.
And then Romeo's like, yeah, let's do that, but we're gonna probably get caught by, you know, the Romeo, or the Juliet's family.
Yeah, and they were like, oh, it's okay, we'll be wearing masks. They won't know.
Because masks are what covers everything, and it's really not that, you know, your eyes are everything. Your eyes are everything. And, Tybalt was all just hanging out on the rooftop when a tornado came by and just, like, smacked him off. Yeah, he was gone.
What
and then some music played to help it go. And then, but the others, the rooster dad, the chick, Juliet, and Moo Cow, her nurse, were all chilling on the rooftop, and she's all, Dad, what are we doing tonight? And
he's all like, we're going to this ball thing for the hell of it.
And she's like, isn't Mom hosting that bullshit?
He's like, yes, she is.
Moo Cow's like, don't say bullshit, Juliet. It's not womanly. And she's all like, me, Moo Cow, bite me.
And the Moo Cow bites her. Very hard, apparently.
And they all fell off the rooftop. Like Humpty Dumpty, except they weren't broken.
Yeah.
But, they had medical attention, and the ball started later that night. The ball was starting. Moo Cow, the nurse, was banished to the corner until she was needed for nursing or being a moo cow. Juliet and her rooster father stood chatting a slight distance away, all of them in their evening wear. The preacher, who, of course, has epilepsy, was kind of standing up to, oh, he was having a seizure once again. He was having a seizure. And Tybalt, off in the corner, staring away like the asshole he was, but he was completely drunk, and he's an alcoholic, so he tends to fall over like a lot. Like, a lot. Then Romeo and Mercutio arrived, and Romeo put one piggy eye on the back of the Juliet, and was all, I want that. Mercutio was all, dude, that's sick. Suddenly, Moo Cow the nurse started to have her vertigo as she tried to move towards Juliet, as she knew that Juliet knew that Romeo wanted her body, and then she passed out from dizziness. Romeo made his way over to Juliet, very slowly, with a shadow over him of clouds of doom. There must be trouble. Juliet's father, who got way too drunk that night, just passed fucking out. Romeo and Juliet were looking at each other with desire, almost like one of them wanted to eat each... Lust! Like they wanted to eat each other, so they started to get it on.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
And they were all like, jumping around and like, yeah, this is good, and this is how pigs and chicks do it, if you wanted to know. And so they were all laying together, all sexual and getting it on, And then Mercutio, who's been watching from afar, moves
Yes.
on in.
Yes.
Moves on in.
Trying.
He moves on in. He gets in. He's in. He's in. He's in. He's in. And he's all like, yeah. But this is a bad idea. No good will come of this. A plague upon your houses. And runs off. Juliet was on top of the barn thinking of how great a bang that was when she heard Romeo below, all, Juliet, I want your body. He was rolling around, trying to show off his manly sexiness. And she's all, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Deny my father, refuse thy name. Let's do it. And she jumped. She jumped from the roof. She jumped. She jumped. And, well, they were seriously bruised, but they were okay. And they're like, let's go get married to the epileptic preacher. And he's like, yeah. Epileptic preacher goat who's marrying pig Romeo and chick Juliet. He's all, kiss the bride, bitches. And so they were all like, yeah, like that hasn't been done before. But they did it. And then they were done. And then they were done. And he just he just stayed there. He was like, yeah, whatever. But then the preacher had an epileptic fit. Like a fucking crazy one where he was like all over the place. He's all over the place. And then he just dropped. He dropped dead. And Romeo was like, oh, I'm so getting blamed for this. So they skedaddled. They fucking skedaddled. They were gone. And the preacher was like, I'm not dead yet. I am not dead yet. I just need some fucking water, you douchebags. As Romeo sat out on the grass, eating the grass, because he needed more grass, he sat there eating the grass, and had notoriously bad hearing for quite the pig that he was. So he was munching and could not hear the action that was going on over at the barn, where the pea stick that little chick Juliet just took says, pregnant. And her father's pretty fucking pissed about it right now, but Moo Cow isn't having that. So Daddy Rooster's all, you're a whore and a slut and I hope you die. And she's all, shut the...
Don't talk to her like that, you hoe.
And then she's like, yeah, that's right, listen to Moo Cow. Moo Cow's like, I'm gonna get over there. So Moo Cow...
Yeah.
Oh, but her vertigo sets in and she falls down. She is... And then Juliet's all, what the fuck, Dad? And so they start like flying at each other and like trying to kill each other. And then they both fell off the roof onto the ground where a devastation lay. So there lay the devastation. Juliet's rooster father clearly gone to the other side. He's probably in hell because he was quite the douche. But Juliet, well, she looked pretty much gone also. But there was no blood pooling. Now Romeo, eating his grass, notices the blood that seems to be pooling near Juliet. So he moves on over, being who he is, you know, her lover or whatnot, and being like, oh damn, she's dead, I'm not okay with this. So he flings himself to the barn, into the barn. He flings himself into the barn 3 times until he dies, or he just lays dead. But then Juliet, finding strength, gets up and sees her dead lover and throws herself into the barn also and dies. The end.
Prince William, where you at, where you at? Matt Damon, where you at, where you at? Kobe Bryant, where you at, where you at? Romeo said, where you at, where you at? Romeo said, where you at, where you at? Leo DiCaprio, where you at, where you at? Yatsaparidik-karilallantik, taridillantik, standulla, dipidapidalla, rupatirupirangkurikangku, kaya kirikangku, aratsatsa, yaribidabidillabidit, standillandellando, abarikatita, paripari-baribidibidibidi, standellando, yabarillasdillande, yado, whatever, but is that lillasdillando, badakadakadakadu, yado.